Welcome back to another Spotlight Saturday and our final Best in Fashion Spotlight Saturday for the month of October, where I've been picking manga that I just think has phenomenal fashion in it. And I had to conclude this series with some of the most stunning, most detailed, most exceptional fashion and overall art that is showcased in a bride story. So I know my cosplay, I've been doing a little light cosplay, and it almost feels like a mockery because it so pales in comparison to these gorgeous garbs. I mean, this aesthetic, it's breathtaking, it's amazing. It's also very specific, and I would have to buy a whole ass wardrobe to even try to emulate it. I did have another headscarf, another one that I thought if I could have layered them to give it a more, but I couldn't find that. So I got this one headscarf, and I've kind of done this with it, which it's not graceful. But I look less like a babushka and a pirate, maybe? I don't know. I think I'm still giving pirate, and that was last week for my live. That was not. Anyway, pardon me and my appearance. I'm not a fan of it, but this is what we're going with. I also have some bangles and jewels because that's jewelry is a big staple piece in this fashion, but my bangle and my wrists are too tiny, and it always just goes up my arm. So I swear I'm gonna stop bitching about my whole wardrobe and get on with how amazing of a manga this is. Each panel, each character, each page is brought to rich, vibrant life in beautiful, painstaking detail. And it really captures the beauty of this place and people and this time period that a bride story is set in, which is the 19th century Silk Road, and chronicles the story of Amir Helga. I know I'll probably be butchering some names as well, so I apologize again. A young woman from a nomadic tribe, betrothed to a 12-year-old boy 8 years her junior, coping with cultural differences, blossoming feelings for her new husband, and expectations from both her adoptive and birth families. Amir strives to find her role as she settles into a new life in a new home, in a society quick to define that role for her. So yes, let's tackle the most pressing issue in this summary, the age gap. I know it sounds very problematic, and sure, it is a huge age gap of a young boy and a much older girl. However, it's genuinely, so far in what I've read, been depicted as such a sweet and wholesome relationship. Karluk, Amir's new husband, is helping to make her feel more comfortable in her new home and embrace her life as his wife, and they take great interest in learning about each other, their customs and their ways of life, which even though they've lived in the same area, do vary in significant ways. And the series takes its time as Amir explores and adjusts to this new life and the cultural differences and expectations that are now being placed on her. And I just have to, again, dive back into the fact that this historical romance manga is as beautifully drawn as it is historically accurate. The mangaka Mori depicted the customs, clothing, and daily lives of the people in the region authentically for the place and time. It's hands down in my top 5 favorite art by mangaka ever. It's just that every detailed page in this series, in each volume, it's simply magnificent. every line painstakingly inked and woven together to create a manga so full of atmosphere and vivid imagery. And amidst this historically accurate, intricately drawn art, I cannot take my eyes away from the fashion. I mean, even gracing this front cover, you can see, and the back, all this stunning detail, especially in the women's clothing, are just so striking and lovely. There's layered fabrics, headdresses and scarves, and chunky statement piece jewelry like necklaces and earrings just pull these fashionable outfits together in the most eye-pleasing of ways. I wish I could have emulated even a tenth of the stunningness of this fashion. And of course, on top of the art, the characters are also integral to bringing this story to life and creating an engaging tapestry of the time period. And I appreciate the large focus throughout on the lives of not only Amir, but a multitude of women, and giving us an up-close look at the challenges and experiences of women in 19th century Asia, most specifically through the context of marriage and cultural expectations. I love all the different characters we get to spend time with. We watch them grow and experience life through their eyes. And each character is thus brought to life as multidimensional, fully realized, and unique individuals. So yeah, the writing holds up just as strongly as the artwork of what I've personally read in this series, and I look forward to diving back into such an impactful and powerful manga. The only downfall when it comes to this one is how long it's taken to get the number of volumes that we do currently have, since the first volume was published in 2008, and to present day in 2025, we unfortunately only have 15 volumes of it, because the volumes release slowly, and because the volumes release so slowly, I have to admit I've fallen a bit behind both on collecting and reading this one. But I mean, it makes sense because it must take so much time to do the research, craft such wonderful stories, and of course on top of it, to draw all the amazingly detailed artwork that each volume contains. I don't know in how many different ways I can express how much I recommend checking this series out. Go read the series. It's simply a superb work of art, and I think it deserves so much more attention and accolades. It's a uniquely beautiful manga series. And yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this little themed videos. Let me know if you have an idea for a possible future Spotlight Saturday theme. I do know I'm not going to be trying my hand at cosplaying at least anymore this year. But yeah, I really enjoy doing these short extra videos for you all. However, I just am not going to be able to do them in November. I will be leaving this coming week for vacation, and though I am, to the best of my abilities, because they're not all done, planning to have all 4 Mondays of November covered, I just couldn't muster up the motivation and the strength to be able to plan, film, and edit another 4-ish videos. So do apologize for that, but at least I'm not leaving you with nothing for the month of November. And yeah, I hope you don't mind this backdrop, because I put it here for my Pokemon Live and I just am too lazy to move it. So this is the final backdrop we're having for the rest of October, I think. And then yeah, I am all over the place, so yeah, I apologize, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, bye.